I'm Meredith with ExtremeTerrain, and in this special series, I'm featuring customers' Wranglers that have build pages on our site. Now, if you're not familiar with these build pages, on our website, you can check out individual builds that customers have done with loads of photos and even a list of mods that they've installed on their rig. Now, with those pictures and the product list being there, hopefully this will give you some insight and inspiration for you and your build. For this build spotlight, we're going to be catching up with Derek from Massachusetts about his 03 TJ. And you guys are going to see in a minute that Derek has created a custom build for the trail with some appearance parts as well. If you want to check out more about Derek's TJ, you can find his build page on the site. And for those of you watching here on YouTube, you can click the link down below to check it out. So what do you say we connect with Derek and check out his TJ? Hey Derek, thank you for joining me. How are you today?
Good, good. How about yourself?
I'm great. I can't wait to hop into your build. I've noticed that you have a lot going on with it. Can you start by giving me a virtual walk around on the exterior of your Jeep and telling me what you've done with it?
Sure. So basically it's an 03 TJ, it's an X. So far I have a 3.5-inch suspension on it with 35's all the way around with a winch in the front, and I just kind of just been doing small builds to it here and there, and kind of piecing things together, so it's been a fun project.
Yeah, I've noticed that you have a lot of armor on your Wrangler, especially with the Barricade fenders and the Poison Spyder rock sliders on the side. Is there a particular reason why you upgraded to doing a lot of armor? Do you take your Jeep off-road a lot, or was that kind of a visual thing?
No, I definitely take it off-road a lot. Actually going to be visiting one of the off-road parks there in PA. It's not for looks, although it does look kind of sharp.
Oh, it definitely does. I have to give you that.
I like to do a lot of rock crawling, kind of get into hairy and off-camera kind of situations. It's just fun. That's the best part about the sport, really.
Yeah, and those fenders, they give you definitely a lot of room with especially even a 35. I see obviously that you have a suspension on it. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So when I got the Jeep, I actually there were a few random parts of suspension that were in there. It actually already came with a 2.5-inch body lift. So that was kind of nice for me. But I ended up removing what was there for springs and shocks, and I ended up putting in the actual Rubicon Express 3.5-inch lift on there, and I actually put the Rough Country N3 shocks all the way around. So I'll tell you what a difference. It's made that Jeep with the ride such a nice, look for it as well. And because of that body lift, I can throw on my 35's and stuff it, and I still won't rub. So that's kind of nice. Yeah,
that's definitely a bonus. A lot of people actually run both, and you're getting a lot more articulation when you go off-road. There's so many benefits to it. I did also notice that your bumpers are custom. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So when I got the Jeep, it had already metal bumpers to them, so to speak, but they didn't have any tire carrier set up. There wasn't anything to the front of it, and they were welded to the frame already. So someone actually welded pieces of metal. I mean, it's strong stuff. So what I did was I just kind of went with it and just kind of modified what I wanted as far as a tire carrier in the back. I kind of took a swing arm, welded an actual, pivot point for it, and kind of just modified it myself, really.
Well, I mean, from the pictures that I was taking a look at, it looks great. If you want to check out Derek's TJ, you can find his build page on this site, or if you're on YouTube, you can click the link down below to check it out. Tell me a little bit more about kind of your recovery tools, what you take with you, because I know you have some very useful tools in there as well.
Yeah. Well, right now, actually, on the front hood, what's mounted on there is an actual shovel. I did have a high lift there. I removed that so that I could mount that on the swing arm. Obviously, I bring a lot of tools with me when we go off-road. I also have my CB radio. I have a scan gauge that I have connected to it just to kind of keep more of a digital look on things as a motor-wise, and making sure my temp's good.
Yeah, that's always very important, because when you're crawling at slow speeds, temps can get very hot, and if you don't keep an eye on that, you can really be in trouble, especially if you are out in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, it's super helpful. And other than tools, then of course my seats, I have the Rough Country neoprene seat covers that I put on there, which is super nice. Very comfortable feeling as well, and because I have a lab and he just destroys the inside. So having those seats makes it so much easier to clean, so it's nice.
Do you bring your dog off-road with you?
I do.
Yeah, so if he's getting his paws all muddy and then jumping in your Jeep, those neoprene seat covers, you can easily take them out. They're so easy to clean. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you have going on underneath your Jeep as far as the exhaust?
I believe it's a catback MagnaFlow exhaust. That also was I was fortunate enough where that came with the Jeep, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, no, it's funny because when you're riding in it, you don't necessarily hear the sound until you actually hear the sound clip, and it's got a little bit of a, kind of a grunt to it. It's nice. It's actually pretty nice to hear.
It sounds good, and it doesn't sound too overbearing. You don't want to hear it while you're riding, but you kind of want to hear it when you get on it a little bit or at a cold start.
Yeah, so other than the exhaust part for underneath on the front end of it, I actually have the Steinjager steering setup. So I went with the Red Baron. It's a great setup, actually. Very straightforward as far as installing. I did have to drill 5/8 in the knuckle on both ends for the bolts and the hem joints that kind of go in together, but strong setup, really nice, and the track bar too. So,
what do you have planned as far as future mods are concerned?
Now I just finally got my front axle trusted. I'm gonna throw on some 37's that I actually just got delivered today, and I got a short air intake that I got from you guys, and a ARB high output onboard air. So
oh, perfect. So some more tools for the trail, some better heat dispersion for the trail, and some big tires. I mean, you definitely have this thing built for the trail. Do you have any plans as far as, I know you said you were going to Roush, but are there any bigger trips in store? Is there anything that you're looking to do with this trail monster that you've built now?
Yeah, well, hopefully, I mean, at some point, I'd like to make the conversion to a long arm kind of setup instead of a short arm, because right now I have the rough country adjustable control arms that I have on there. Eventually I'd like to do a long arm setup, but that's like down the road.
I mean, you really can't stop. Once you start, you can't stop. You're always looking at that next step, the stage 2, stage 3. Well, thank you so much for talking to me about your build. Obviously, again, you have a great setup, and I can't wait to see more pictures once you get those 37 slapped on.
Thank you for having me. Will do. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this video. Again, if you wanna check out Derek's TJ, you can find his build page on this site, or if you're on YouTube, you can click the link down below to check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more cool content like this, as well as other videos, and always keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.